Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Today, as I record this, it's the 23rd of September here in Melbourne, Australia, where we are on day 230 something of our never-ending lockdown. So welcome to my update. I will be doing not a lot of slides today, but I will be going back into my live account, which if you've been following along, I haven't done for the last few videos. So because I wanted to show you what's going on, crypto has been crashing. If you're reading the news, it's all doom and gloom. I just wanted to let you know what's going on with my personal account, so you can see that it's not really the end of the world. Anyway, got my coffee, there's cats running around, it's all happening. Let's dig in. Okay, so I've called this presentation, What Happens During a Crypto Crash? Okay, so this is an update. If you are new to my channel, I encourage you to watch at least one or two of the previous videos I've done. If you want to have a more in-depth look at the plan with Dan Hollings, which is what I'm following, you may want to go back to the very first video I created in June. Normal disclaimer, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. My performance is not necessarily indicative of what you will receive, and I am an affiliate for the plan and will receive a cup of coffee or two if you join via my links, and I will, in order to gain your affiliation, give you some additional bonuses, because I would love to do that. So what is the plan? The plan is a training with Dan Hollings, in where he outlines his methodology and rules, which he has spent 3 years and well over $1 million perfecting. Simply put, the plan is a way to capitalize on the volatility or wiggle of the cryptocurrencies. So I have been a student of the plan since May. I did the training, and in June I started trading live. So let's go to my trading platform and you can have a look at what's going on. Okay, so here I am in Bitsgap, which is the trading AI interface that we use. The trades are actually happening on our exchanges. So this is actually my history. So I've gone into my history screen. So since I started in June, you can see here to today's date, the bots that I have closed out, my total profit and loss is over $5,000. Now, because I've been reinvesting, this number is not correct. This was actually made with just over $12,000 of my initial investment. So I was closing bots out, starting them again, reinvesting. I have taken some money out and put into a vault where it's earning interest, and one of my videos does cover that. If you go back to, I think, videos 8 and 9, where I talk about what I do with my profits, you might want to have a look at those. But this is the bots that I've actually closed out in the last couple of months, and you can see there's well over $5,000 in profit. Now, you can see there's a difference here between the profit and the profit and loss. So the reason for that, and I'll scroll up a little bit, is you can see there was some bots here that I actually, when I closed them out at a slight loss. Not a lot of them, but there's a few here that were closed as a slight loss. So this includes any of those losses in the values of the coins. So I'm pretty happy with $5,000 return on a $12,500 investment. Got to be happy with that. Now, let's have a look and see what's happening live right now. So as you can see, it's just after 9 o'clock on the 23rd. These are my live bots. This is not a demo account. So please be aware, if other people are showing you their demo accounts, they are slightly giving a more rosy view. So demo is great, but it does not give an indication of true trading profit. So in this account, you can see two things. So firstly, I have invested a little bit more money in here last week. So my total bot value is sitting at around $16,000. I've got 5 live bots running. The profit to date is over $1,200. However, if I was to close out and sell everything today, which I'm not going to do, I would be down about 13.5%. Here's my glasses. I need them to read my my screen. So I just want to clarify about closing out bots and losing money. You only ever lose money following the plan and this system is if you close the bots and realize that loss. So again, I'm going to make the analogy of real estate. If you own an investment property and the value of the property goes down because the markets go down, and you have tenants in there and they're still paying the rent, you're not ringing your real estate agent every single day saying, what's the value of the property? What's the value of the property? What's the value of the property? You don't care because the tenants keep paying the rent. And this is exactly what we're seeing here in the live bots. So again, I showed you the bots that have closed out. In some of those, I did realize the loss, but in the ones that are going now, I'm not going to do that. And let's have a slightly more in-depth look at them. Okay, so we're back. Oh, I've got to put my glasses back on. We're back looking at the live screen. So as you can see, 4 of my 5 bots are still paying the rent. Okay, so they are still trading. Now, this little darling here, let's go up and take a look at him. So he is below the grid. Okay, so he was paying rent, paying rent, paying rent, paying rent. The value of the coin has come down, and it's come down quite significantly. So it may take some time. Now you can see this is where it crashed, way down here, and it's coming back up. So, you know, this has only been, what, 3 days? 3 days, and it's out of range. I envisage sometime in the next couple of days it'll come back into range. So not a bad thing going on there. This little darling, okay, so he is still wiggling. This one never went out of range. So even during the supposed crash this week, you can see he has been in range the whole time. So he did come down in value here again, like all of the coins did, but he's never come out of range. And in fact, he's wiggling at almost 1%. So almost 1% per day. So in just over 7 days and 18 hours, I have made almost $200 in profit on a $3,000 investment. And you can actually have a look in here. If I had invested, these are the benchmarks. If I had invested at exactly the same time in Ethereum, my value would be down by 15%. If I had just bought these coins and held them, my coin values would be down 3 1/3%. However, because the bot has been trading, and this is a really great example, because the bot has been trading up and down and up and down and up and down for the last 7 days and 18 hours and has created 1,900 or more transactions, I am actually up 42 almost dollars. You can see it's changing on the screen, $42 in the value of the coins. So this bot profit has actually superseded any of the losses that I would have made if I just bought the coins and held them. You can see this is showing the profits coming through on an hourly basis. So this is a really great example of how following the plan and the systems in the plan actually is working for me personally. Okay, and it's very similar with this little darling. So he's also, I think he was out of range here for just a very short time, maybe, or maybe actually not. So he's been wiggling and is almost back up to the same coin value as to where we started. So not crashing at all, paying rent, happy with him. And again, let's have a look. Same, because I started those 2 bots about the same time. If I had invested in Bitcoin, I would be down almost 10%. However, my current value of the funds is up over 3%, and I've made $179 in profit. Okay, let's keep going down. This little sucker. Okay, so he's not been as polite as the 2 above. He did come out of range, and you can see here, okay, and he was out of range for half a day, and then he was out of range, and then he's just overnight has come back up and is wiggling very, very nicely. The value of both the coins of this coin pair are currently down in value. So that is why it is showing as almost a 20% loss in the value of the coins. However, again, with this strategy, I believe that crypto long-term is going to go up. And this little guy is making me 0.75% a day on average over almost 17 days. So in the last 17 days, I've made almost 12% return on my investment. And this is money in my account. If I wanted to cash it out, I could cash this out, no problem at all. And the value of the property is down, but it's still paying the rent. And then this little guy here, I think I've spoken about him. He's my oldest bot. He's almost 24 days old, and he's been in and out of range, and I put trailing down on him. You can see I've got trailing down. So he came out of range here on the 8th of September, and I was waiting, and I got a bit tired of waiting. So on the 14th of September, I invested some more money and turned on trailing down. So that is something that's recently become available in Bitsgap, and Dan has created an additional training on how to turn trailing down and how that works. So I was actually able to do that, and added a little bit of funds back in. So actually what I did was I took some of the profit it had made in this phase and invested it back in here, and you can see it was wiggling really nicely. And in fact, I gained back what I lost in regridding or trailing down from this wiggle, so I made it in profit. And then of course this week's little crypto crash came out of range again because I didn't want to trail down anymore. I had put a hard stop on the trailing, and it's just come back into range in the last few hours. So I'm hoping that it's going to come back to wiggle, and still it's making a reasonably decent, almost 0.4% a day in rent. So that is what is going on with my bots. And I have to say, this is the number that I'm looking at, and I'm pretty happy. Of course, I will be much happier when this is also green. However, what's happened over the last couple of days is yesterday, all of these were red, and today, 2 out of the 5 of them are green. This one doesn't give a number because I do have trailing down turned on, so it doesn't show that measurement, but I can tell from this value here, the value of my coins is down. This was a $3,000 bot. So again, I'm not going to be in a hurry to close it out. Now that it's active again, it will continue to pay rent. So I hope that's giving you some clarity on what's going on my journey. I'm still really happy. So I'm about a little bit over $6,500 up in total on my modest investment. So you could see the little red dots and the green dots. So I just wanted to show you what we're doing there is we're dollar cost averaging the buying and the selling of the coins against each other. And this is sort of like a bigger picture of the buy and sell, buy and sell, buy and sell. And the plan is, we're capitalizing on the volatility of the cryptocurrency. So whether the market is up, sideways, or down, as you just saw, profits are being made every day, every hour, every week. Again, the plan is not binary trading, it's not day trading, it's not complicated, it's certainly not a fund or a Ponzi scheme, and it's not a business opportunity. This is an investment. So what the plan is 6 live training calls, Q&A calls, a members area. It's lots of fun, and it's a great way to put your money to work. Each of the bots does require a minimum of $3,000 in investment capital. And this has to be money that you don't have to take out. As you saw, some of my bots are currently in the red if I was to close them out today. Because I do not need that money to pay rent, I can afford to sit and wait for them to come up. So that is very much my plan. It does require that you pay for the software. That BitsGap software subscription is from $19 to $110 a month, depending on how many bots you have. You do not need any trading skills, and you can practice in demo mode. You do need to sign an NDA agreement. Don't go buying a bunch of crypto, although I have to say now is a great time with the dip. I certainly went shopping. You do get access to the members area and a getting started PDF. You do get a fantastic little book that explains crypto. You do get 2 months of a coin pair recommendation service. Now, this 2 months starts after the end of the training, where Dan and his team will actually give you the actual coin pairs and settings that you need, that we didn't have actually when I started in the first beta round. So you will get that as part of your bonus. And the third bonus is from me personally. I do have a Facebook community, so you are not alone. We got you. So there is an added layer of support from me and some of my team of people who are experienced and are doing the plan themselves. And in this community, we're all making money, and you can see when everything is red, we've still got people in the group that are making some good money. And here is a student that had some of the bot pair suggestions from Dan, who was doing really nicely. So that's that coin pair recommendation service that you will also get if you join. And again, people who are using the bot strategy are feeling a lot better than if they were simply holding their cryptocurrency. So if you have any questions, the easiest way to get in touch with me is via Facebook Messenger. The very last round of the beta is currently open if you're watching this video within a few days of me posting it. And I would love for you to join us. And please do subscribe to this channel. I am updating it weekly. So let's all wiggle our way to wealth together.